and welcome to Ion Radio. I'm Ken.
I'm John.
So welcome to yet another Star Wars Armada battle report. Today I have a Rebel list. I brought Leia coming in at 394 points. This is one that I'm interested to try out. John, what do you have?
So I did a poll on our Discord. If you don't know about our Discord, the link's down below. Join us and you can talk to us, and I put up polls and things like that. So we knew Ken was going to bring a Leia list, so I asked, what would people like to see played against it in the CIS faction? So what commander and what type of fleet? So the winner of that poll was people wanted to see Tuuk, and people wanted to see a ship with kind of like a light fighter screen, not like a full-blown 134 points.
Right.
So that's what I attempted to bring.
So we want to thank all of our patrons over at Patreon for helping us bring these videos to you. If you're interested in joining it, all the information is down below.
So we're going to get right to the fleets, talk about objectives and deployment. Here is my Tuuk ships plus a light-ish fighter screen. So Tuuk is on a recusant support destroyer with Pastel, linked turbo laser towers, and Patriot's Fist. I then have two identical Munificent Star Frigates. They each have on them reinforced blast doors and ion defense cannons, and the stapled on linked turbo laser towers. I mean, honestly, they should just print it on the backside of the card so you had it with it. My semi-light fighter screen is I have Flak, which is the Tri-Fighter Ace. I have Dis T81, which is also a Tri-Fighter Ace. And then I have 4 standard Tri-Fighters. So the issue with this list is I would have preferred to have less points to consider it light, but I literally had nothing else to put points into, so you ended up with this many points worth of fighters.
So here we are coming in at 394 points. We have Leia Organa on a CR90 A, Jaina's Light. We've reinforced blast doors and the turbo laser reroute circuits, because TRCs go with CR90s. An MC-80 assault cruiser comes included with a fighter coordination team, electronic countermeasures, reactive gunnery, the point defense ion cannons, linked turbo laser towers, and the Defiance title. 2 support ships, both are GR75s. The first one has Adar Talon, boosted comms, and parts resupply. The second one includes Torren Far, CommsNet, and Bright Hope. No fleet is complete without squadrons, so we have on the Millennium Falcon, Lando Calrissian, Jan Ors and the Moldy Crow, and then Biggs Darklighter is heading up 3 X-Wing squadrons.
Ken selected to be second player, so I have to choose from his objectives. He gave me the choices between Most Wanted, Asteroid Tactics, and Superior Positions. I was very torn on which one I wanted, so I went with Superior Positions. I don't like Most Wanted, and I have grown to strongly dislike Asteroid Tactics, so we'll be playing Superior Positions. Here is my deployment. I have all my Tri-Fighters here. I have my Aces over here. I have Munificent 2, Munificent 1, and the Wreck with Pastel on it. I had to deploy first, and I thought that was going to be the best option for me compared to everything else because it doesn't give Ken really an innate advantage, because this is pretty much how I deploy anyway, because he had more activations on deployment than me.
So here we go with my deployment. Got the MC-80 front and center. The CR90 off to the side. Hopefully I can get that behind some of John's ships. My support ship standing by, ready to go with my squadron. It's not really a ball yet, but it'll become a ball, sitting right here. Hope is to kind of just tear apart a few of John's squadrons and then go right on in and hit them from behind.
First activation of this game. Munificent number 2 is revealing a navigate and it's taking it as a token. And then we're going to do a slight turn to point him into the battle. Like so.
So for my first activation, let's stall at our Talon. Let's just burn that dial rather. Drop to speed 1. And maneuver as such. Staying on the board. Be bad to do on my first activation.
We honestly, if you were to do that, we would just start the game over and no one would have known. We're going to activate Tuuk himself. He's revealing a navigate. We're going to take it as a token. Because I reveal a navigate token goes on to Pascal. So maybe I get super driven powers. I'm going to just slide these two out of the way real fast. Go on my speed 2. And landing right there. And these guys return. Back to you.
Do the MC-80 next. Nav. We'll just go ahead and use it. Crank up to speed 2. Because really, were we going to do much anything else? And sit like so. Do we overlap any squadrons? We do. That one. Did I bump that one? I couldn't see.
I honestly wasn't paying attention.
That one. I'm sure the people at home will let us know.
Activating my last Munificent. We have a nav, and already told Ken I was going to use it, so I'm going to use it. And I think I'm going to go for this, and I'm going to overlap for sure this guy. And that's it. He filled the little spot that I needed to land in.
Yeah, we'll throw him back in the corner here just because we can, and yeah. Activate Jaina's light. Nav, we'll use it as the dial. I've got nothing else to do, so using Leia, that lets me jump up to speed 4. And I will go over here. Bright Hope. Nav, might as well use it. We are going to stay at speed 2. Probably should have just kept it as a dial, but yeah. Alright, here we go. Overlapping. Bigs.
Moving on to squadrons, I have to go first. I have speed 5 on all my stuff, so we're going to start by moving these guys over to about there. And this guy is going to also fly over and hang out with him right there.
Alright, so X-Wings move forward a little bit. And I want to stay, well, it doesn't really matter because you've got blue and red flag. There's one. And I think we're just going to creep up right behind him.
Next, we're going to be moving both my aces onto this asteroid field. Like that.
Jan is going to run in behind these guys. And then I think this X-Wing, we're going to wait a second. Lando, on the other hand, Mando can tie himself right next to this X-Wing.
My two guys, this guy is going to fly forward and tie up everyone that is not already activated. Like that. Jan's still off on her own, and then this guy is going to, as I spin it like crazy, he's going to fly over to here.
Well, in that case, bring this guy up over here. And then Biggs, who has not been touched yet, we're just going to move him a little bit out. You know, he needs to be within range 1 of stuff, doesn't he?
Yep, that's why I'm trying to isolate you out.
Well, he can move clear across. We're just going to put him right here.
Perfect. Start of turn 2, activating this Munificent. It is revealing squadrons. So we're going to activate 3 squadrons and then do some stuff. So here we go. So what we're going to do first is we're going to move a Tri-Fighter. We're going to take this guy in the far back and we're going to plop him as far as I can move him that way. Which is something like
Up there.
that, and can you activate it for me?
Yep.
And I should only be in range of Jan.
Yes.
So we're shooting Jan!
Okay.
And that's, I think, their rainbow plus other stuff? Yeah. Rainbow plus AI. Right? No.
No,
Blue.
Tri-Fighters are 2 blues and a red.
Yes. That's what I meant. Come on. Here we go. For I have a whole bunch of nothing and an accuracy.
Yes.
And then we're going to put in a blue dice.
Because of the AI.
For, you can have 1, and you can't salvo.
You're shooting Jan.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Okay, just making sure. All right, so
Yeah.
I have to take the 1 because I can't do anything about that.
And then you
I do get to salvo though.
get a counter.
Yeah. See, look what you've done, Jen.
Yeah, I know.
So can't scatter take 1.
Well, he has no tokens, so.
Oh, is that just the regular Tri-Fighter?
That's just a regular
See,
Tri-Fighter
clear-
so that I can get Swarm.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the next one is going to be this Ace. And he's going to move there and try to land right there. And I land here. Now this is the guy that if you're at distance 1 of him, when you activate, you take a damage at the end of your activation. So I'm just trying to lock everyone kind of down. And because I'm there, none of your escort matters. So I'm going to shoot Jan again. So we're going to shoot Jan with a... So this guy is rainbow. I drop the red because I don't like reds.
Right.
And I hit you with a black and a blue.
Firing at Jan, correct?
Correct. Jan again. For that, and then we're going to put in a black dice. For take 3.
So we're going to brace that to
2.
2. Keep Jan alive for a minute.
And you can,
And we counter 2 minus 1 because of the thing, right?
Yep.
Well, that would have been nice. Still got it. So 1.
I have to decide on what I want to do with it. I think at this time I'm going to just take it because I'm on the station already. And it would be a pain to try to shoot me off. So now the last squadron that we're going to activate is going to be the guy that can't be obstructed and can snipe. So we're going to just come in here like this and snipe through the station and hit Jan, and I get swarm. So he's going to be 4 blues. Because I get to add AI, I'm just going to add it in now.
You have a hit, Jan. Several hits.
She is dead.
She is dead.
And that is that. So now we're going to start taking some flacking. So I can flak all of your squadrons with red.
Okay, yeah.
So we're going to start with Lando. You can take 1.
Okay. Well, not a lot I can really do much about this, is there? I mean, I could, but...
And then we're going to attack X-Wing, 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 Bigs last.
Okay.
So just in that circle. So, hit.
Alright, well, he'll take it.
Other guy.
Next one.
Miss, LTT. For a miss.
Okay.
Third X-Wing. Accuracy. Reroll it with LTT. For a crit. And then hit Biggs. For nothing and LTT it. For nothing.
I'm okay with all that.
Yeah, it was a lot of rolling for 1 damage.
Yes. But you got it on Lando.
Yes, I did. I'm going to totally overlap that squad.
Pretty much going where he wants, but I'll throw him back for now.
Okay, and that's my first activation.
Let's go with the GR75 back here. Nav, we'll take it as a dial. We are going to exhaust parts resupply to pass the engineering token over to the MC-80. Then using Leia, we're going to jump up to speed 3. And land here.
We're going to activate Tuuk himself. We have a squadron, and because of that I get a squadron token on Pacel. Gaining tokens. Here we go. We have medium range to all of my fighters, and I can activate up to 3. So we're going to activate 3, and we're going to move everyone in. So this guy is going to just skirt to the edge and try to stay behind there to lock down. I can shoot Lando and I can shoot the X-Wing, so we shoot the X-Wing. So, what was it? Red and 2 blues?
Yeah.
And then AI in a blue, you know? So yeah, AI in a blue. And then we're gonna swarm the blue for take 2.
So I'll take 1 and then we'll pass the other one using Biggs to the other X-Wing over here.
Sounds good.
So this guy will take 1. Okay.
Then we're going to activate this guy who's just sitting in front, and he's going to attack the exact same X-Wing.
Okay.
So he's going to hit you with 2 blues and a red. Into the tray. And then we're going to put in a blue. Maybe. And then we're going to re-roll a blue. For take 1. This is going super well.
All right, well, we'll just put it on the guy here.
As fast as I killed out Jan.
Yeah, you took Jan right away, and now this one X-Wing is just going to take forever.
Yeah, and then this guy's going to jump all the way over to here just because I kind of want to keep everyone locked down. And then he's going to attack the same guy.
Okay.
Same thing again. Let's see if I get any more damage. Probably not. Reroll the blue. Take 2.
So he has to take 1, and then we will pass 1 on to this X-Wing back here.
Perfect. And now we go to shoot. So I have the MC-80, which is really the only good target at long range, so we're going to shoot. So here we go. 3, And then we're going to Martok in a red. Jeez. And then we're going to put in 2 blues with Patriot's Fist. For take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, I'm clearly going to brace that to 4.
Yep.
And then I believe I will redirect to the front. And I'm going to actually push all of it.
All of it to the front?
To the front.
That was pretty decent. Roll, didn't even need LTTs. And then I think we're going to drop to speed 1 instead of flying into everything. So we're actually going to just fly 1 straight forward with the token dropping us. Boom. Like that.
All right, we're going to activate Bright Hope. I have a squadron. We're going to use it along with the Leia effect, so I get to activate 3 squadrons. So let's start with this X-Wing here on 2 health. We're going to attack
The generic?
the generic. So 4 blues, or yeah, 4 blues. And,
Torrent?
yeah. Hoping for more hits. There's 2.
So I take 2
And then
and
you'll...
counter you for 2.
Mhm.
For take 2.
Alright, so he'll take 1 and we'll pass 1 to the guy on 4.
Okay, and then you have now ended your activation, and you take another damage from flak.
So he's dead, which means I probably shouldn't have shoved that over. You're now at 1, right?
Yep.
He's going to activate and try and kill you off.
Sounds good.
I think he does it, so I'm not even bothered to.
And then he counters you for 2, and that's the guy that's not in flak range. So take 1, and then we swarm it for take 2.
So I'll move 1 to Biggs.
And then kaboom, that guy's gone.
We're done, what, 2 now?
You've done 2.
Well, let's go after Biggs. Or go after the other guy using Biggs.
That is very dead.
It kills him.
Boom!
And then I'm assuming we're within range here, right?
Yeah, so I counter you, and then if you want, you can technically
Yeah.
move at this point because there's nothing locking you down. So 2 dice, and they are as they fall, so nothing.
Nothing, and then I do get to move, and I want to stay outside of range 1 of you. Ugh. I can get back over here. Definitely outside of range 1
Yep,
of him, so he's safe there. That was all 3 of my squadrons, correct?
correct.
All right, so let's, we gotta move because I don't really have any way to do anything else. I think what I'm gonna do so I will overlap both those squadrons.
Maybe Lando?
No. Lando's clear.
Lando's good?
Yeah.
So this one has not activated, so he can go live over here with that guy, and this one has activated, and he can live over here with that guy. My last Munificent's going to go. It's got a nav, and we're going to use it as a dial because I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with movement-wise yet. And then we're going to shoot into your side at medium range from me. So we're going to start with 2 reds and 2 blues, and that's into Torin. So here we go. And cool.
Ooh.
And then we're going to add in a red with Tuuk. And we will block all your tokens.
Yeah, so that's
you can take
4 minus 1 is 3.
Yep.
So that's into the side.
Yep.
So there's 1, and that's just all regular hits, right?
That's just straight regulars.
I lucked out there.
Not really. I now move forward. I ram you and drop back to 1.
Yeah, that will kill it. I lucked out on the shot. How about that?
I don't know. That was like one of the luckiest, second luckiest shot of all time.
Your rolls have been getting better, John. You know, it's
the first luckiest shot of all time was that stupid Raider.
Oh yeah, that.
This is the second luckiest shot of all time.
Yeah. We're going to activate the MC-80 Squadron. We're going to go ahead and use it. So we're going to start with Lando first on the generic. So black, 2 blues, and a red. And there's 2 hits. I'm going to spend out this to make that. What do I need? 3?
You need 3 damage.
There, he's dead.
Okay, cool. So he is dead, and then I get to counter you.
Mm-hmm.
Counter 2. No swarm. Take 0.
Okay, I can do that. And then since I activated him and there's nothing there, I believe I can move away with him, although he had grid anyways. I just need to get away from you. Let's go over here. That should be outside of 1, right?
Yeah. If not, you just nudge it until it is. Perfect.
Okay, so he takes no damage. That X-Wing now is going to go after the generic over here.
Yep.
So 4 blues for 2 hits, so that's dead.
Yep.
And then you get your counter.
I get my counter back. 4, take 0. Man, my counter has not done really
Not
anything.
really, no.
Jeez. All those just went right down.
All right, and then I'm going to move him back over here, closer to Wedge.
Biggs.
I'm sorry, Biggs, yes. That'd be cool if he was Wedge. And now I get to make shots with this guy. So here we go. We're going to go front, my side to the front of your Munificent. And that is 4 reds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 blues. And Defiance is add.
Yep, he's a add whatever you want at the end. It's against my Munificent.
So let's add in a black. That was a blank.
Yep.
And we're going to LTT this red. Can I do anything else? No. So that's, yeah, take 2, 4, 6, and I get to block 1 of your items. I'm going to block your... Block the brace.
So we will just redivert and we will salvo you.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is 6 damage.
Yes.
So we're going to put 3 to this side and then take
3 on the front.
3 on the front, leaving me in 1 there, and then we'll salvo you with 2 reds right back into that side. For take 2.
And I will spend my other redirect and push 2 to the rear. 1, 2.
Perfect.
And then I do not have any other shots. So we'll continue moving at speed 2. Go right up here. I should just move the asteroid off for a second. Jaina's light, nav, we'll spend it, we'll stay at speed 4. We're going to increase the first joint. Move all the way over here.
And I believe that's the end of the round. All of our fighters and all of our ships have activated.
That's right, on to round 3.
start of turn 3. I feel like a lot has died. This feels like it's farther than turn 3.
I agree.
So Munificent is going to activate. That's Munificent number 2, and he's now my squadron bearer. And we're activating 2. Look at that. Or well, 3. I have 2.
Yeah.
So we're going to position. This guy comes up, and he's going to move in a way that he can land on the station and then lock both of you down. Like that.
And then he'll heal 1.
Then he will heal 1. And then he has to attack the X-Wing, which is fine. He is rainbow dice. And, yeah, rainbow dice is on the add 1. I need 2 hits. Yeah, look at that. Take 3.
Well,
4, actually.
Dead X-Wing.
Cool. And then this guy is going to fly. I don't really even need to snipe anymore, honestly. So we will just fly down to here to engage you at distance 1. Probably be running him over. Who would have thought? Later on, but we're gonna at this time we're gonna shoot you. Am I distance 1? I should be. Cool. So it's gonna be rainbow again, and I get a reroll. So rainbow, cool, and then we add in a black for take 4.
So we will brace that to 2.
And now my only attack is against him out my side, and you are at red range because you are outside of my black flag.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to roll in a red, and then we're going to LTT in 2 blacks, and then we're going to reroll this with LTT for you can't brace take 2.
Well, if I can't brace, I guess I'm taking 2. I mean, I could force you to reroll something, but no, I can't because I'm spending that. So
Yep.
yeah.
And then I get to move, which there really isn't a good move. So we're gonna just land on Felt. No, I kind of really need him where he is. So do we just
land on him, John? It's fine.
I mean, the problem is I'm all over in my own junk.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do this and try to kick him out a little bit. To right there.
All right, we're going to activate Jaina's Light. Confire. Clearly, we're going to use that as a dial, which means we get the token out of that as well. And we have a double arc shot into the side of your Munificent. So let's start with the 1 die attack first. And that's a crit. Let's go ahead and do this here. So I'm going to spend this now.
Concentrate fire.
Concentrate fire in a red for an accuracy. Ooh. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is we will do TRC now. Make that into a double, take 3.
Take 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to redirect it, and we're going to salvo you. So we're going to redirect 2 to the rear, 1 right there, and then hit you with 2 reds.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to
LTT
it for take 2.
You're at long range, right?
We are.
So I'm just going to completely spend out the 1 and cancel both.
Cancel both. Perfect.
Yeah. And then I'm going to make my other shot, my front to the side again. Well, that stinks, because I don't think I've got anything. Nope, this is where I wanted to TRC and add. I guess I'm going to give you 1 crit.
Okay, I am going to salvo you. Spend out the salvo. And I will just take the damage right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then hit you with 2 dice into your front. Or take 3.
Jeez. Reroll the double.
It will just be canceling.
Oh, that's right, we're long range.
We're
I'm
in
going
long
to cancel the double, and then we'll take one.
Just straight to the front?
Yeah, straight to the front.
Perfect.
And I got to move, don't I?
You do. You're going speed 4.
I am going speed 4. Hopefully we can keep this in camera.
I have it long distance, so hopefully we can.
You've got all reds and a blue.
Hold on, let me adjust. Take it away, you were saying? Now we got the whole table length.
Cannot do with nothing. One's all the way around, except for this last. Just had 2. So we'll do that. John, if you don't mind plopping that down for me, please.
Blam.
Thank you.
We're going to activate Tuuk himself. We have a concentrate fire, which gives me a concentrate fire token on Pacel. Then we're going to make a couple attacks. I have long range to Ken's side out of my side, and then I have medium range to the front from my front. So we're going to make that medium range shot first. Mm-hmm. So that's a red and a blue. Mm-hmm. And we roll that in. For that, and then we're going to add in a red because of Tuuk. For take that.
So 4 total, huh?
4 total into your front.
And I have 2 shields on that far side.
You do.
So I'm going to redirect. So we'll burn through all the shields on the side and the front, and then I'll take a crit.
Yep.
The crit is point defense failure. Before attacking a squadron, remove 1 die of your choice. I'm okay with that.
Don't think that really comes into effect.
Don't think it will.
Okay, so now we're going to take this long range attack from here into your side.
Okay.
So that's going to be 3 reds. Mm-hmm. Here we go. And then we're going to add in Tuuk because you have shields there. And then we're going to concentrate fire in an additional dice. And then we're going to re-roll this with LTT. That's straight up out. Or take whatever that is, and then you have stuff.
2, 4, 6 total. 6 total, and I can accept 3. So, as much as I hate to do this, I'm going to spend out the evade to cancel the double and one of the crits, which brings me down to 3. And then I'm going to spend out the redirect, so that should all be shields, right?
Yes, it is. Now you have 0 shields. You've successfully done it, Ken.
Yes. I mean, that was the plan all along.
Okay, and then I'm going speed 2. So we do this. And I'm going to basically overlap every single fighter.
Might not overlap that one, but you're definitely overlapping Lando.
Lando.
Yeah, and he gets to go back into the corner. Where does Lando want to go? Let's do the MC-80. Defiance has a confire. We are going to use that as the dial. So I really only have 1 shot out my side, and I can choose where I want to have that go. And I think we're just going to go straight into the front of your Munificent.
Perfect.
So here we go. 4 red, 2 blues to get started.
It seems pretty good in that cocktail.
Okay, so we'll reroll that one. Into 2 accuracies. Well,
that's all my tokens.
That is all your tokens. So that's those 2. What do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need more. So we will confire in a red. Man, that's like, that takes care of shield. And that's 6. Munificents have 6, right?
Yep.
I'll just leave that as that.
Yep, can't do
that
anything.
Should take it out.
Kaboom. A crit would have been ruptured engine.
Now we're just going to move over here, and now we've got an asteroid between us. One ship left to go, that's Adar Talon. Squadrons. So we get to activate all three. Let's start by activating the generic X-Wing. So you can go all the way up to PAP here. We just need to be within distance 1. Actually, let's go in so that Wedge can kill him later. Or Biggs. So he's there. He's going to fire at PAP. That's 4 blues. You can't spend your tokens, take 2.
Okay, I take 2, and then I counter you.
So this is going to be interesting.
Or my counter continues to do nothing,
But
then you
I
take a damage.
still take damage now. Biggs.
It doesn't apply because it's an attack.
Because it's not an attack, yeah. So, right. So he goes down to 2. Biggs, on the other hand, can come in. Attack. Same dice pool, so 4 blues. Can't scatter.
Very dead.
Yeah.
So I counter you.
Mm-hmm.
Or nothing. I don't know if my counter really did anything.
I don't think it has.
So that's it.
I've got Lando that I can still use.
Yep.
And that's the one that is counter everything and is evil, right? This?
Yes.
I think what I'm going to do here with Lando is just move him right onto the station to heal once. Like so.
Okay. Are you Adaring?
Yeah, so now that I've resolved it, I can exhaust it to activate 1 squadron. And I'm going to do that with Lando.
Sounds good. Then you move.
Then I move. So the hope here is that... So I'm definitely going to ram you at speed 3. So I will resort back to speed 2 and land on overlap Lando. Assuming I can land. And I would overlap that X-Wing as well, because I moved him out of the way. So you get to place those 2. Squadron phase, only 1 squadron left, that's Lando. And he's going to jump to the rear of the Munificents. And bomb the rear. So red and blue. For hit crit, I'm just going to leave that as such, so take 1.
He's not a bomber, right?
He is not a bomber, no.
So I salvo you.
Yep.
And I will just take it regardless. I give you... Actually, hold on. Reroll it. That was a blue. Reroll it because I have an evade.
Okay. For hit?
Still a hit, so it's still giving you a token, which is annoying. And we'll just take it in the rear.
And then you get to
salvo you with a red. Or take a hit.
I will take 1. Lando came in handy. And I think that ends the turn.
So, start of turn 4, we're going to activate the Munificent, and I'm revealing squadrons in my diminishing squadron numbers. We got my 1 squadron that I like, and we have you at snipe range. Yep. So, 4 blues against you. I need 3 hits to kill you.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
2, 3, yeah.
4, you take 4.
So let's see, I could spend this to force you to reroll 1 or more dice of your choice. While defending, spend one of your defense tokens. Spend to force the attacker to re-roll one or more dice of your choice. Just re-roll the whole lot.
Now I need 2 hits.
Yep.
I can't do it again. Do I kill you? Yes, I do.
Yes, alright, so Lando goes anyways, but it was worthwhile to make the attempt.
Just to try it.
I got to use his ability.
I know, we've been able to use most of the abilities. And then this guy flies over to here to lock down all of this nonsense.
Except he just marked him back the other way.
Yeah, you know how I do it.
Yep.
So yeah, he lands right there.
Cool.
Now we're gonna flak, unless I have you double arced. Do I have you double arced?
Ooh. Yeah, you do.
So we're gonna shoot that, I believe.
I'm assuming the front.
Yes.
Both obstructed.
Both obstructed. It's fine. So we're gonna start with the side. So 2 reds. And then we're gonna add in a red with Tuuk. And we're gonna re-roll that with LTT. For you can't scatter, take 2.
One is going to be a crit. Well, I would prefer not to have a crit, so re-roll the crit. And hopefully this winds up being a good roll for me.
We're still a crit.
Alright, well, there goes the forward shield. And then I get a crit, which is a thruster fisher. When I change my speed by 1 or more, suffer 1 damage. I don't think I'm going to change speed.
Okay, so now I get 2 blues and a red. And yeah, I just roll it in. It is what it is.
Yep.
For take 3, Ken.
Alright, so we're going to scatter it all.
So it scatters away. I move forward, ramming you, falling back right where I'm at.
And then you land on the station,
Well,
which means you would take something away that you don't have.
Exactly. So that is my activation.
Okay. So before it dies, we are going to activate Adar Talon. We have a squadron command. We're going to use it with both squadrons. So let's start with the X-Wing on 2, so the generic. Firing at this. 4 blues. And I get a lot of accuracies. And no real hits. I don't have swarm, so I think that just means nothing happens and you get to counter.
Yep, counter 2. For take 1.
Alright, well, I will take 1. Or, you know what? I will move that to Biggs.
Okay.
For the moment.
And then Biggs is gonna possibly move it right back.
Biggs is gonna, yeah, I was just gonna say. So here we go. Biggs firing at this. For that's slightly better. So take 3, you're gonna scatter it.
I totally scatter it.
Sweet.
And then I attack Biggs with 2. Or take 0.
Take 0, okay. And then Adar Talon will let him fire again later.
Sounds good.
And now I have no shots. We're blocked from the flak. This is where things are gonna get interesting because I have 1 play, I think. I'm gonna just check real quick, make sure that I can't. Actually, that would probably make it, wouldn't it?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to do that.
I'll still lift up.
Yeah.
I'm going to just move that one out.
Yep.
Yeah, you're very much
that should be good. So you have a double arc, but you've already activated with that, so you might be able to try and kill me next turn.
Yep. Okay, so my last ship is the Munificents, and we're going to pastel this. We have an engineering! And we place an engineering on there, and then we get immediately another dial, which I'm going to take a navigate. So I have an engineering and navigate. We're going to resolve the engineering and take that right there. And then I have to make some shots. So this is difficult. You need to go for points, and I think we're going to take this obstructed shot, medium range, into the rear of your ship. And we're going to then just roll in straight a blue dice. Come on, accuracy. There's the accuracy I need. And then we're going to Tuuk in a red dice for a blank. And we're going to re-roll it with LTT. And then we're going to Patriot Fist in 2 blues. I really need this. For block your scatter. Hold on. Block your evade.
Block the evade?
Block the evade.
Well, if I don't do anything, I'm dead.
Correct.
So I have to spend out the scatter. So you don't get any points this time, but...
But that is it. And then I do this. So jumping up to speed 3, using all the reticent shenanigans, I move all the way over to there.
Activating my MC-80. And we've got a nav. I'm going to use it as a dial. John gave me a juicy side double arc shot. I can fire from both the rear and the side. And it's close, but we're good to go. So let's... You know what? Before I make any shots, I'm going to spend out the token to gain 2 engineering points. Put 1 shield on the rear.
Okay.
So I cannot Leia later, but I don't need to. So my side, or my rear to your side. So 2 reds and a blue. And that's a lot of accuracies. Let's, with Defiance, roll in a black. So take 3, you cannot salvo, and you cannot redirect.
You can reroll that double.
With the evade?
Yep.
Take 2.
So I can't redirect.
Cannot redirect, cannot salvo.
So I brace it to 1.
And I think you accidentally spent your salvo instead of your evade.
I did.
All right, now for the money shot. Side to side. 4 reds, 2 blues. Wish I could re-roll that black. 1, 2, 3, 4. No salvo. No salvo, no redirect.
I'm gonna just take 2 full damage. Is there no crits?
No crits.
There is a crit.
Oh, is there? Oh yeah, I didn't see that one. So yeah.
Reroll the crit.
Reroll the crit. Spending the evade. There we go. He's over. Okay. Take 5. But at least they're regular shots.
Yeah, I just take 5.
2 and then 3 whole. Now I get to move. Spending the dial. Click on the first. Great.
Yes.
Engineering on Jaina's Light. I'm just going to spend... Ooh, there goes my dial. Spend that with Leia to get rid of the point defense failure card. And then, John, if you'd be so kind as just to move me like that, that should keep me well out of your long distance shots. So, only thing left, Biggs, firing at Dis. 4 blue. 4, you can't... So scatter gets rid of 2. Alright, you can't brace take 2.
So we will just spend out the scatter.
Yep.
And then I counter you with 2. For take 1.
And I think I'll let Biggs take it.
And that is the end of that turn. Start of turn 5, we're going to activate the Munificent first. I got to navigate. So we're going to shoot my rear, or my side, into your side.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 reds, and then I add a red.
Yep.
Or not good yet, and then we add in a red. For that, and then we're going to LTT and see if we get anything more. For take 3.
Okay, I need...
You have to
I
discard.
have to discard it to get you to re-roll the 2 crits.
Or kaboom.
Yeah, so shield will go down. I will take a crit. That will kill it. For those interested, comms noise.
Okay, and then flacking, we have out this side, black range to that X-Wing. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot the X-Wing with a red dice.
Okay.
And then we're going to add in 2 black dice with LTT.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to re-roll this with LTT for take 2.
Oh, I can... Oh, do I want to kill it or do I want to keep it? Alright, Big's Elite 1. And the X-Wing will eat the other one. Hopefully this is not mutual destruction, but we're going to find out.
And then we're going to just double crank it like this with that nifty dial that I have.
So we're going to activate Jaina's Light. Dropping everything. Now, we're just going to take it as a token, stay at speed 4, and do that. And that's it. Back to you, John.
We're going to activate Tuuk, and we got an engineering. Because I have a superpowered Pacel, we're going to also reveal a navigate. So the engineering, we're going to take 3 shields from over here. Because I'm a 3, right? Yeah. And we're going to move those 3 shields over to this side. Yeah, baby.
There goes my plan to try and shoot through your shields.
Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to attack out the rear into your squadrons. So we're going to shoot the generic squadron first with a red.
Okay.
For nothing, and we will LTT it to nothing. This is going great. And now we're going to attack Biggs. Same thing. For a hit.
Biggs is going to push it off to this X-Wing.
And kill him?
And kill him.
Perfect. Now I have to decide on if I want to do anything. Yeah, we'll flak Biggs again.
Okay.
This is now out my side.
Yep.
For a hit.
And that will take care of Biggs.
And then I have to move. So we're going to do this maneuver, dropping to speed 2. And moving right there.
So let's activate Defiance. Engineering. We're going to spend it, and with all the Leia shenanigans, that will put 1 on the rear here, so that brings me up to 3, and then 2 on the front. And then I only have 1 shot out the side to your...
Side or front.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe we do against the front. Can I hit you there? I can't I?
Yep.
We'll do against your front. So we're long range, so 4 reds. And you know what? I'm gonna bring in another red. So that's what, 5 with an or 4 with an accuracy. You cannot brace.
Okay. We will redirect and we will salvo you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're attacking my front?
Yeah.
So we'll redirect all the damage to the side.
And 1 to the front.
And 1 to the front. And then we salvo you with 2 into your side. For LTT this. For you it doesn't. You can't brace take 2.
Can't brace take 2, so I'll just redirect that to, because I'm firing from my side, I'm going to redirect it to the front, so the ones I just put on there.
Boop.
And then, I guess I could use ECM, but I'll wait. We're going to do this. Move this off.
Yeah, you're good.
Wow, just missed the asteroid there, John. Okay.
So squadrons, and basically this guy is going to move to maximum range that I could activate something and land right there. And that is the end of round 5 onto round 6. Start up turn 6, and this will decide the game. Munificent reveals a squadron. This squadron has to fly into the rear arc of your ship and score a hit in. Here we go. On a black dice. Pretty much the whole game is decided. Hit.
Okay. Point defense ion cannons, re-roll it.
Re-rolling for a hit.
So you are going to score a point because you...
Shooting it through the hull zone.
Yeah, rear hull zone, and I'm suffering the damage, so you will get a victory point. I am going to spend the salvo and exhaust reactive gunnery to salvo you back. So I believe that's my anti-squadron of 2 blues, correct?
That is correct.
All right. Really need to have some hits. For a hit, no, well, doesn't matter. So there's
So
one.
I take 1. So now the Munificent just flies that way.
Right, doesn't matter.
And now this is what matters.
So unfortunately, I have an engineering, which I'll just repair shields for, and then we'll ignore the rest here. I am going to take an anti-squadron attack at dis. So I need to kill it to win, I think, right?
Yes.
So here's the 2 blue.
Double accuracy.
Okay. I'm going to LTT. Both of those to hit. If I do that. Alright, we're going to do a black and a red.
Sounds good.
And I'm going to LTT this one.
Oh my gosh, Cat! That is 1 health left!
So, yeah, you're on 1 because I'd have no other shots. And I think that's it. So, alright, we'll be back with the final score, guys.
So we're back, and that might have been the closest, second closest or third closest game we've ever played.
We've had a few games where they were like 1 or 2 points apart. This one came down to like a handful of die rolls at the very end.
Yeah, so at the end of turn 5, Ken was maneuvering his ship, and I'm looking at the board, and you know, the numbers were flying through my head. I'm like, Ken, you can't move that. If you give me a rear shot, I will win. I think it's that close with a token will throw it in either direction. And that was with my Munificent.
Yeah.
And
so we stopped.
We stopped and we were like, you know, let's take a look at where it is. And it was like, what, a 4-point difference?
So at the beginning of turn 6 is 167 points for me and 164 for you. So
3-point difference.
3-point difference in my favor because, you know, naturally that's how this is going to go, right?
And then I'm like, so I have to move a squadron into range to roll a hit on a black dice, which if you watch other black dice when I'm using Y-wings and stuff, it's like zeros.
Right.
Roll a hit. Then your point defense kicks in, and I have to then reconfirm a hit to score a point, which would just give me a token.
Right.
Which puts me into the lead for the minute. I don't have a scatter because I already spent that out. And you have to kill me with 3 damage over the course of all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then you were 1 damage away from it.
Yeah. Yeah, and because I had the salvo shot against it, which wound up doing 1.
Which is perfect.
Which is exactly what I needed. And then I figured, okay, I'm going to be able to LTT this in, and can I? And no. Halfway there.
Yeah.
And then that would have flipped the score to 184 for me. So we went from a 12-point margin of victory for you as it stands to what almost was a 5-point margin of victory.
So we went from a 3-point margin of victory for you to a 12 for me, and then possibly back to that because a 5-point because Dis is worth 17.
Correct. So just exciting ending. Hopefully you guys stayed through and watched all the way to the end.
Yeah, that was insane.
That was something different. I don't think either one of our fleets went exactly as we wanted them to.
No. So the way I've been running Munificents, they usually live on 1 health. My mistake that I made during the game is I should have activated the Munificents first.
Instead of the Recusant.
And I had engineering lined up. I would have survived. It would have been fine. I may have then killed your Corvette because instead I stripped everything and had nothing in range because he was supposed to do that, and then he was supposed to ram to stay where he was, and then he was supposed to double arc you the next turn.
Right.
That was the plan. And then Ken rolled exactly perfect with accuracy, so I couldn't use any of my defense tokens and killed my ship right out. And I didn't get to use my point defense, and I didn't get to use my reinforced blast doors. At that point, I could have been using any other defensive retrofit, and I would have survived.
Yeah.
So that was frustrating, but it just is the way it unwinds. Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of our 5-6 games, or 6-5, I guess is the appropriate way to say that. This was another interesting, good one. Definitely close. It seems like when we do a 6-5, we're either like 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 points. Or we, you know, it's well beyond that. It's kind of funny. So here's the question we've got for you guys. In this game, it came down to 1 token and a die roll. So in the games you guys have played, we'd love to hear your stories about how many times or interesting scenarios where you've come down to 1 token to actually finish the game, and maybe in your game it swung just like in ours.
So go ahead and make those comments down below. Like the video, that helps us out, and also subscribe if you haven't.
Check us out on all our social media channels. All the links are below for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord.
Yeah, speaking of Discord, big thanks to everyone that participated in our poll to figure out what type of fleet they wanted me to build to face Ken. So it was the Tuuk and a lightish fighter scream that ended up winning that. We would also like to thank all of our Patreons for supporting us. If you would be interested in supporting us, the link's down below.
All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ken.
I'm John.
And this is Ion Radio.